All right. Oh my goodness, here we are.
There you go. Don't touch anything. It's right.
I'm trying not to. All right. Oh my goodness. We're just talking.
Madly touching buttons. I don't know what he did to TikTok. He torpedoed TikTok.
Honestly,
he was playing Battleship with TikTok and torpedoed their
Yesterday we had a problem. With today we had another problem. But it's weird when I go on my desktop, I have no problem at all. So anyway, it's no TikTok today on this.
Weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. Hey, listen, guys. Today has been a great day. We've gotten so much accomplished. Not only do we get a lot accomplished, but we've got massive deliveries coming of the magazines. We're just thanking God and we want to say thank you to all of you, because you're gonna all of you guys that stood with us. We are going to be coming up with various ways of thanking you the best way that we can through the magazine, and hopefully you'll love everything.
I have to say I really do appreciate it in many different ways. A lot of times we shift gears. We actually used to only go into Facebook for this, and now we're on YouTube. It's wonderful. Everyone has followed us into the different platforms. We were on X, we were not on X, and now we're not. It's thank you so much for dealing with us, but we're seeing everything fall into place, to be honest.
Yeah, and YouTube hasn't taken down any of our videos.
Yes, we even the little more risque ones, they have not taken us down. We do appreciate everyone. To be honest, even though right now I'm not on TikTok as far as
wait
today,
a minute.
Hopefully,
what video have we done that's risque?
Remember? Okay, remember going back to it. We had a strike that I believe it was Facebook that took us down for on a music violation of a video, but even YouTube didn't take us down.
Yeah, that's true, but that's not risque.
Okay, all right.
Risque is when you have like go-go dances.
We need views, Dave, please. Please allow me to get the go-go dancers.
That's what we should do. All of our thumbnails should have very attractive women on them, and then it's just me and you.
Yeah, just like now reporting live from Beirut.
That's right, psych.
All right. Well, hey, when you give me the word to have go-go dancers on the thing, we need to boost it some way, Dave.
So crazy. Right. Let's see. Timber's here. Hey, we got a whole crowd. Aaron, Ginger, Lori Ann. All right. Let's see.
Which I keep bragging about that, Dave. We need to do an update in a little bit, but this was from the 18th. Oh, Dave, we should do. I was saying, like, we had last time we checked, it was on the 18th. We got to check how many visitors we had.
All right.
I'm proud of that, of Facebook.
So. Yeah, no, well, because we know that when Facebook records views, it's actually people like viewing it, as opposed to just doom scrolling past it, and that counts as a view, like on X.
Oh, I thought you'd say like Tinder. We were swiping left or. All right.
I don't know how those things work. I think they're just full of maniacs. I mean,
if I was single, I would never be on. How could I be on Tinder? Even if I was single, they'd be like, "Wait a minute, is that Gene Ho?" It was like, you can't do it. So anyway,
what do you think? That people like if I walked up and down the cul-de-sac here, and then I walked all over town, I said, "Hey, Gene Ho?" They'd be like, huh? What's a Gene? They barely know me, and I'm like their neighbor.
All right, you got me on that one. Now watch me on Tinder. All right,
okay, but that brings up a broader point. You actually were President Trump's photographer, regardless of what some crazy people on X say that use far too many face filters. You were actually President Trump's photographer, and you got notoriety for that.
No,
But hold on a second. You got these people putting on conferences and all of that. I mean, at best, like D-list minor, like background players. I mean, who are these people? Half the names I've never heard of them before.
Oh, no, we hey, by the way, I'm feeling much relaxed today. By the way, if you don't know, on TikTok, for some reason I can't get on my phone. Regardless of that, I get very distracted sometimes doing two different things. So anyway, you get a better show because I'm fully concentrated on you. Dave, really quick on that. I agree. We said it before. Even
stop teeing me up for so many jokes. All right, go ahead.
Okay. There are some people that we fundamentally disagree with on X, right? But I can say, whoa, I understand why they have a following, because they're very accomplished people, regardless. Some of them were in the administration. Some of them, I believe, they're in the outskis of the administration, but I see why they have a following. I really do. Other ones, I do not see they were never part of the administration. They don't have the career background to say, oh, okay, I'm listening because of this guy was very accomplished. Seriously, I have no clue why people are listening to them at all.
Yeah, because you have you have someone like named Papa Black Pill Herringbone, some whacked out name, and they've got 100,000 followers.
Right.
Why are you following this person?
Right.
What are they bringing to the table? What information aside from some kind of a rage post? But what are they telling you?
Speaking of that, this is a perfect segue, because the lead story is something that you said yesterday that already today.
Oh, Tracy has the right one. That's right. Like hokey pokey intel punisher. That's right.
Oh, I follow them. I follow them. They give great intel.
That's where Gene gets all his information from hokey pokey.
Yeah.
And yet he doesn't know how to do the hokey pokey. All right.
I jumped in with my whole body. All right. Are you ready to do the first story? This segues nicely, Dave.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Lead story on the Dispatch. By the way, seriously, if you haven't got the Dispatch yet, just go get it. Also, guys, if you're here, could you give I hate to be like this, give it a like so that the Facebook algorithms would do whatever they need to do.
Yeah, we're trying to court the YouTube algorithm. So take it out to dinner and be very nice to it and so on. So if you can give us a like or subscribe, that'd be great on YouTube.
I don't know what Daniel's talking about. I'm just trying to get on his good side in case we go to Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, Daniel, you got to teach Gene how to do the hokey pokey.
Okay.
and of course, here comes Brooklyn.
All right, here we go. Let's do the Dispatch. Here we go. Dave Blaze, the lead story on the Dispatch. Yep. So weird. Dem senators called to fund Department of Homeland Security after voting to block it 4 times amid shutdown fight. Now, This one is from this morning's Dispatch. Very strange. You said something yesterday that led it to.
Yeah. Play the video. Okay. I was in my silver graphite shirt.
Okay, here we go. This is what Dave Blaze said yesterday in the news today. Here we go. But you talked a little bit about Homeland Security and what you heard with that. I don't know if you wanted to bring that out.
Yeah, I'll say it. I just heard some stuff, some chatter. I'm not even going to go into it because if it happens, it happens. If not, but there's a high level of probability that this whole DHS shutdown will be over by the end of the week. Apparently, the Democrats are under a large amount of pressure.
She adds she will be voting against the Department of Homeland Security funding bill this week.
Certainly, we need to fund the Department of Homeland Security.
Okay.
Yeah, because see, here's what's happening. They're all getting phone calls from their constituents who are online at the airport for 4 hours with toddlers, right?
You're here
So they're
for
calling
4
up the
hours.
senator going, "What are you people crazy? What are you
You go
doing?"
home 4 hour. All right.
Right.
From the buffet.
Misty,
All right.
hold on. Just let me address what Misty is saying here. Thankful for the dispatch. Thank you, Misty. The description which you share regarding the Bitcoin situation is fascinating. Yes, because it shows how where our Treasury Department works behind the scenes in shutting down these type of operations. The Iranians were trying to make a lot of moves, and we just shut that right on down. So now they're trapped within the country. They can't get the money out.
And once again, this was just from yesterday. Dave Blaze said that with this video, and today it's already news here. Again, all right, I am telling you, between possibly, I'm just joking, getting go-go dancers to get more views and everything, but we could get a lot of views by saying, oh, this is breaking news from our source. Next week, stock up on water and food for 10 days of darkness. That's how they get so many views, and then they get shared.
I know.
Anyway,
but
this
you
is
know,
what we do.
the funny thing is, okay, if we were to say something like, "Oh, you better be careful because this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Beware of March 18th," and then of course nothing happens. But these people, no one calls them out.
Yeah.
No one says, "Hey, man, you're just ridiculous with this all the time. I'm not following you anymore." I don't get that.
Then again, you know, going back to this with our Facebook views, it was last month. Just Facebook. This does not include American Pulse TV. This is just Facebook. I mean, you got 2.5 million views. By the way, with that, someone, whoever it was, sorry I didn't get her name, but she loves the Bitcoin updates. Misty. Okay. She loves the Bitcoin updates. The biggest one is the silver updates. It's about 90,000 views per update Monday through Friday. So right there. Then you have the devotional, but these are real views, and people are coming because they're getting real content and not just something big because my source at the military said whatever.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why the dispatch is so important, not only to us but to the people that have subscribed, because it's real bona fide information. Every update in there, the articles and so on, but even the updates on silver and copper and so on. You can then go to the Bloomberg TV or CNBC or whatever and verify what we're saying. It's not make-believe garbage. It's just an overview of the situation before trading starts. So if you're keeping an eye on things, you know, you have a better understanding of what to do for the day.
It's a service. So with the dispatch, you can do what we do every morning, up seriously by 5 a.m., 4 a.m., depending on where we are.
Yeah.
To gather this information, to put it for you guys. Yes, you could do that.
And Misty, that's true. The devotions lead the way. As a matter of fact, we have a whole thing internally that we can't post any other kind of update until that devotion goes up. So we lead with the biblical devotion to honor the Lord Jesus Christ, and that's
right. That's everything else takes a backseat until we do that. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's do this. Second story on the dispatch. Reminder for everyone.
We should have pictures of like go-go dances, and then when we come on, Gene, you wear your underwear on your head.
I'm telling you, anything. You give me the word, sir, and I will get you the views.
For a view.
10 days of darkness starting tomorrow, please.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's go.
All right, here we go. Dave Blaze, I call it the 52nd state. I guess we're already counting Venezuela. Trump claims he will have the honor of taking Cuba. This would be good for Cuba.
If the United States were to absorb Cuba in the same way that we have Puerto Rico and other Guam, the Philippines, and so on that are part of our structure, the Cuban people would be doing much better.
Could you imagine the tourism really quick? So you guys know right now, if let's say you live in Scotland and you want to visit, you're going to do a route. You're going to visit Cuba and the United States. Do you realize that they penalize you, that you might not be able to come into the United States if you go to Cuba first? That there's sanctions between them.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if it opened up the amount of investments that would be in beautiful, beautiful Cuba?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be a whole nother thing. And in the same way that the Venezuelan government is the government that's in place is working with us and working with our industry down there and so on, and I'm finding out that our Major League Baseball, well, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. 30 seconds just to show you what Cuba looks like. And this was from maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but it's even worse now because of the sanctions. Here we go. What Cuba is like today.
On the surface, the streets of Havana haven't changed. Vibrant, bright, and colorful. But life for Cubans here is lackluster since the COVID pandemic. One only has to enter a state-run corner shop where basic goods such as flour and oil are sold.
Dave, check this out. It's unbelievable.
Cards. You notice they don't show you any cards.
Or ration card. This system, established after the revolution, enables citizens to receive subsidized food and supplies.
Yeah, but they have the old cars that they keep on.
They keep repairing. They have to. They drive around in Edsels.
Right. Could you just imagine? It would be so beautiful to go there.
It's true. Well, down there, that's right. Cuba has pretty cool cars because they're the old classics. Because they're not importing it. I'm telling you that whole island would get a facelift like you wouldn't believe.
Listen to this. Could you just imagine with the cars? Part of the reason that it's also repressed. Could you imagine if the industry of restoring all those old cars and just having just the fixed old cars with new paint jobs and everything else, that would be a tourism boom in itself to go back in time almost.
Now, of course, we would have to have the right United States administration in place when and if that time comes. For example, if it happens under Trump, great, right? Because that organized crime would love to roll into Cuba and set up casinos and all that stuff. And that would be
was that from God? That was from Godfather. They went to Cuba.
Yeah, and they got chased out by by Castro and the revolution. But
wow.
If all of a sudden there's a friendly government.
All right. This is great. By the way, I'm really enjoying this show today. I feel much more in tune to this. Dave, could we go to the third story, because this is actually from our 250th book, which is doing very well.
Yeah, let's talk about this one.
Okay. Yesterday by the way, thanks for sticking around. We're going to easily go longer on today. I just feel much more relaxed. Yesterday we put up a video just on Facebook. What is it? Almost 25,000 views on this. Should I play it? It was only 17 seconds. And then we'll talk about it. All right, here we go. Here's the post. Now, here's the picture. I was there.
Okay. Now that is the the 17
right.
Post 1601.
Correct.
And it describes what took place. And why don't you go ahead, Gene? Talk about it.
Yeah, it was when it first happened. Okay, here's a scenario: Donald Trump is president of the United States, post 1601. We could say it like that because we're not overly doing it. Some gentleman that wore a white "Where We Go One," I won't say the whole thing, hat. Basically, Trump saw him, and then later on, this person got it signed from the White House, the hat, and I believe put a certain letter with a plus sign on it. I believe that's how the story went. But in the 250th book, we have that in there. That was the exact moment where he gave a fist bump and said, "Fist bump for Patriots" is what he said. And there's that picture from it, the verification, which back then I didn't talk about at all.
Yeah,
Now
and for those that aren't up on our craziness, that image is the cover image of our issue number 17.
Yes.
We didn't talk about it at the time. We were hoping people might put it together.
Right.
But you know.
So, by the way, going back to that post, I don't know. We have a hat for it, but I forgot what it is. But Hello George, a lot of people, when they saw Hello George, they were like, "Oh, there's video cameras at the bottom of the White House. Hello George Bush," or whatever. That post there specifically talks about media. So put it all together with that. And, we're talking in code, so to speak, because we want to stay friendly to Facebook and YouTube.
Yes,
but
we're like I said, we're trying to date the YouTube algorithm so we get some more subscribers.
And put the Go-Go Girls on. We need the Go-Go Girls. All right.
Yes.
All right. All right, Dave. Let's move on to this.
By the way, Gene, I think our issue 17 collector's edition. That's gone, right?
You can't get it.
Yeah,
if you want, you get it will be backwarded if you want, but you can still get the standard.
You can get the standard one, yeah.
All right, here we go. Next story here. Dave Blaze.
Hold on one second, because our wonderful people are talking here. Misty is saying she ordered the 250 book last night. Now, all of the 250s are shipping.
Yes,
as fast as our Gene can sign them.
Yes.
And the print on the certification page. They're out the door.
Yeah, Yes, that's another thing I got to do. Okay. Dave, let's talk about George Jr. Magazine.
Yes.
Today it's out, right? Today it's out. It was out last night.
The new one goes out, and so, oh man, Gene, we got articles in this one that will make people's hair stand on end. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm wait, hold on. I'm pulling up the cover, and I don't want to talk about some crazy comment that was made online. Yeah. Okay, so we got a Bible message in there. A Bible article written just for children. Now we have an interesting article that's called "The Rise of Identity Consumerism." Now, that might not seem like it's for children 6 through 12, but here's the second line to that. You are not your stuff. Meaning, and the article, it's terrific. It's written to the 5-6-year-olds through 6th grade, let's put it that way. And basically, it's to say what you're wearing or what you have, like if you have an iPhone as opposed to an Android phone, or you're wearing PF Flyers as opposed to Nikes or whatever the cool sneakers are these days. That's not your identity. Right?
I know. I have to say that
it's difficult for young people to grasp.
For that age is very difficult. Just going to say it. When I grew up, all the cool kids wore Levi's, and like my mom bought me Billy the Kid, if you remember that. And so it was very, very seriously, it was very difficult because I felt like I didn't fit in because of what children were wearing. Yeah. And that we never talked about this debate about school uniforms, but I can understand that because it was very difficult for me with my parents. They did not buy me the name brand stuff. It was always the cheaper stuff.
Right, right. And the thing is like sometimes that has an effect on a child's emotions and so on. So this article kind of step by step walks them through that and out to a great conclusion that you're you and you're not what you're wearing. Then we have the article that Gene wrote, be like Odom Edom in the Bible. He was the guardian of the Ark of the Covenant. So we talk about that. And then a very interesting one is the mastermind of the American Revolution, Major Benjamin Talmadge, and the Culper spy ring. And I bet there's plenty of adults here that don't know who in the world that is. But your children and grandchildren will know if you get them George Jr.
Dave, you want to go ahead and talk about the
the post about the curriculum?
Yeah.
So we've been including full year's curriculum on all sorts of various topics and all sorts of various grade levels in the last, how many now, Gene? I think it's about 10 or 12 George Juniors, right?
It's more than that because we started at the homesteading convention, if you remember.
That's right.
So it's at least,
Right. So and the home educators, whether it's the mother, the father, the eldest daughter, the eldest son, whoever it is, can use those curriculums as electives or addendums or additions, or they could use bits and pieces of them to combine with the rest of their homeschooling that they're doing. And some knucklehead on X wrote the following. You ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Okay. This person wrote, would you buy homeschool curriculum written by someone with no teaching degree, no teaching experience, and no children? Asking for a friend.
Well, wait, okay. Well, here's the thing about that. With homeschool parents, some states allow the parents to write their own curriculum as long as the end it's the same, that they could at the end usually take the test, GED or whatever to.
Right.
So that's very offensive to the homeschooling mothers like Nadine, who actually does not have a teaching degree and is doing their curriculums. By the way, some of them with ours, it's designed also for teachers to supplement. Right. But it's my children that they actually look at the curriculum and say, does this work for you?
And we include 3 fun games that are easy to deploy for the teacher that assists in the learning of that particular curriculum.
Well, here's the other thing about it. You know how many teachers that are the great teachers that are teaching our children at the public school or the private schools that don't have children? So does that mean that they are excluded from being a great teacher because they don't have children at home?
Yeah.
That is offensive to all the mothers that bring their children to school to get taught by teachers because they don't have children.
Yeah, I know. Anyway. I know. And the funny thing is, these other type of what these people would call children's magazines are like glorified pamphlets. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little harsh. They're glorified pamphlets, and they don't have any of what we put into George Jr. in them because it's hard.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
All these articles and the curriculums and all that. This is difficult stuff to do every month. So of course these other people who don't want to spend the time doing it, oh well, they got this. I'd never buy. Who would buy that? Who would get that?
I wrote the story on Be Like Odom Edom. I would imagine that a lot of people, adults, when they say, "Hey, sir, please be more like Odom Edom," would they even know what that is? But
No.
your children will know.
Your children,
Your grandchildren will know.
We'll tell you real quick. When King David was led by the Lord to get the Ark of the Covenant from Abinadab, right? Abinadab.
Yes. Yeah.
He was housing the Ark after the Philistines tied it to a couple of bulls and said, "Look, we got to get this thing out of here," because they were being tormented by the Lord for every day they had the Ark of the Covenant in Philistia. Okay, so David goes and he gets the Ark from Abinadab. Okay, so in bringing the Ark to Jerusalem, he wasn't following all of God's requirements to transport the Ark. And one of Abinadab's sons reached out to steady the Ark, and he was killed instantly. Okay. So you have to put yourself in that scene and realize the terror that comes over the people and King David when he saw that.
Right.
So now even David's he's terrified, right? And up steps Odom Edom with great faith and said, "I will bring the Ark into my house until the time is ready." Do you realize the faith that man had to do that at a moment where even the king is terrified? So to us, he was a great man of faith, and now your children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, they can learn about him as well.
Excellent. Okay, let's do this. We have one more story. Don't forget the Dispatch. You could get it for free. By the way, online here, I'm seeing a lot of new names and the new faces here. So thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, you can also watch this, depending on where you are, on YouTube. Most people watch it on Facebook. YouTube, just search for the American Pulse podcast, and you can see the clips there as well.
Oh, another thing, one more thing. Yeah. Okay. The Iranians have become extremely talented at artificial intelligence, videos and images and so on. And they are flooding the zone. They're flooding social media with these videos that are depicting events that are not happening. They're not happening. And the stooges that are the useful idiots on X, and we know who they are in the network, they are sharing them as if they're real. And people think they're real. Matter of fact, one knucklehead, one goon actually came out today and said that the fact of the matter is that we're losing this war with Iran, which is bonkers. Bonkers.
If we're losing the war, feel free, because they're going to lose. We're losing so much that they're going to invade us now with their sleeper cells. Move to Iran. Move to Iran.
Yeah, that's right.
Seriously.
Yeah, you're so scared. Go to Iran. So anyway, so if you come across something that you feel shook by, feel free to message Gina or I or whatever. We'll take a look at it, and I have special tools from Blaze that can identify it as artificial intelligence or whatever, and we can give you an answer on it.
Excellent. Okay, one more story. We're going to finish up with the fun one here. Here we go. Trump teases Venezuela as 51st state after team advances to World Baseball Classic. The best part about this is tonight is the final winner take all for one game, and they're playing the United States of America.
Yeah. But here's my problem. Here's the problem I'm having. First of all, Acuna is playing for Venezuela.
I'm a big fan.
Also a Major League Baseball all-star.
Yes, he plays for the Atlanta Braves. Okay,
yeah.
Hey, here was
Atlanta, and now he's at Venezuela. I don't understand this. Well, why couldn't Venezuela get their own team?
This will give you chills. This is Venezuela winning last night. The guy sliding into third base, I believe, it is Acuna, who plays for the Atlanta Braves. Here we go. 16 seconds. You'll love this one. It's
Okay.
I love it.
Oh, Michael Garcia lines the ball to left field, a base hit. Jackson Chourio comes home. Throw to third, timing play. Everybody's safe. Venezuela's taken the lead. They've come back.
I love that, man. To me, it's so exciting.
It's great. The game tonight's going to be great. We got Aaron Judge playing for the United States.
And the New York Mets.
And every foreigner that's playing for the Los Angeles Dodgers is not playing for the United States.
All right. Guys.
They're all Gene's favorite players.
I know.
Who's your guy? The guy that plays outfield, pitches, and everything?
Shotani. Yes, the Big Show.
Who's he playing for now? Beijing?
No, he's playing for Japan. Beijing.
Okay.
Maybe I forgot. All right. Hey, want to thank everyone for joining us once again. Actually, quite frankly, I'm going to talk to Dave about this. I really like this format. I feel like I'm more connected than with the TikTok, trying to balance the two. But thank you so much, guys, for joining us once again.
Well, the TikTok, look, we love our TikTok people and the people that follow us on TikTok and so on. They're fantastic. Our Facebook guys, you guys are just wonderful, and we're growing that YouTube audience as well as people start to realize that. Look, we don't monetize any of this. We put this information out and so on. Our product and what we contribute to the economy with are the magazines and our products. Yes. And like a regular business.
Thank you so much for your support, especially when we make small adjustments. Like we were just at one time only on Facebook here. Thank you as we work hard to make our YouTube channel grow. Okay. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much. And don't forget, today's only Tuesday. Tomorrow we have another full day for it. And thanks for sticking around, guys.
Pretty good. Oh, is there any other thing? Is there anything else? No. If anything comes up, you'll see me make a post on it somewhere.
Okay.
But there might be some breaking news later on. We'll see.
Okay. All right. We'll see. Thank you so much, guys. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to go to georgemagazine.com and sign up for the Dispatch. It's free. Get the emails and the news stories. And check us out Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you then.